Hello out there, welcome to this tutorial. It's simple interest, and we take our first problem. Problem 1. Calculate the simple interest on 150,000 naira for 4 years at 6% per annum. So we start the solution of the problem. The formula for calculating simple interest is given as I equal to PTR over 100, where P is the principal, T is the time, and R is the rate. So in this problem, our simple interest will be equal to, the principal is 150,000 naira and the time is 4, so multiply by 4. The rate is 6, multiply by 6 over 100. So 2 zeros cancel 2 zeros here, so we are left with 1,500 times 4 times 6. So 15 times 4 gives 60. 60 times 6 gives 360. If you add these 3 zeros, you have 36,000 naira as our simple interest on 150,000 naira for 4 years at 6% per annum. So we go to problem 2. Problem 2. Find the simple interest on 240,000 naira for 3.5 years at 2.5% per annum. So we find the solution of the problem again. Remember, our interest is PTR over 100, and our principal here is 240,000. Our time is 3.5 years, and the rate is 2.5%. So we substitute. That's 240,000. Then we change this time to improper fraction. 2 times 3 gives 6 plus 1 7, so we have it as times 7 over 2. We change this rate also to improper fraction. 2 times 2 gives 4 plus 1 5, so multiply by 5 over 200. So we have substituted the principal 240,000, the time 7 over 2, the rate 5 over 200. Since it is percent, so that will give us 5 over 200. 2 zeros here cancel the 2 zeros. 2 here 1. 2 in 2,400 will give us 1,200. 2 goes into 2 here 1. 2 goes into 1,200 gives 600. Now we are left with 600 times 7 times 5. We start simplification from 5 times 6 is 30. 30 times 7 is 210. When we add these 2 zeros, we have 21,000 naira as the simple interest on 240,000 naira for 3.5 years at 2.5% per annum. So problem 3. What is the value of the simple interest on 14,400 naira for 7 months at 8% per annum? So in the solution of the problem, our simple interest is PTR over 100, and here interest will be 14,400 times 7 over 12. Since it is in months, so we convert it to years, so we have 7 over 12 years, so times 8 over 100, that's 8%. These 2 zeros cancel these 2 zeros. 12 here 1, 12 into 144 gives 12, so we are left with 12 times 7 times 8. 12 times 7 is 84. 84 times 8 gives 672 naira as the simple interest on 14,400 for 7 months at 8% per annum. So we go to problem 4. Calculate the total amount of money to be paid back on a loan of 100,000 naira for 4 years. if the bank charges simple interest of 5% per annum. So the total amount of money you'll be paying back on any loan is the money you borrow plus the interest. So we are going to calculate the interest first, then add it to this principal. So we start the solution. Our simple interest is principal times time times rate over 100. Simple interest is going to be 100,000. That's the principal times 4, which is the time, times rate 5 over 100. So 2 zeros cancel these 2 zeros. We are left with 1,000 times 4 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20 times 1,000 gives 20,000 naira as the simple interest. So the total amount to be paid back to the bank now is the principal, that's the 100,000 plus 20,000. So that will give us 120,000 naira. So problem 5, calculate how many years 50,000 naira will amount to 62,000 naira at 3% per annum simple interest. So here we are to calculate the time. We are not giving the interest directly, but we can calculate the interest here. So to get the solution of the problem, we calculate the interest first, which is 62,000 naira minus 50,000 naira, and that will give us 12,000 naira. Now the formula for calculating time is still from the original formula for calculating interest, but the time is 100 I over PR. So this now is our interest. The principal is still the P and the rate is still the R. So the time that it will take now will be 100 multiplied by 12,000 divided by principal is 50,000 and the rate is 3. So we have 2 zeros cancelling these 2 zeros. 2 zeros here, we remove these 2 zeros. 3 here, 1. 3 into 1, 20, 40. 5 goes into 5 gives 1. 5 goes into 40 gives 8. So our time is 8 years. So it will take 8 years for 50,000 naira to amount to 62,000 naira at 3% per annum simple interest. So we go to problem 6. For problem 6, find the rate of simple interest at which 400,000 naira will amount to 440,000 naira in 4 years. In the solution, we are not giving interest directly, so we have to calculate the interest first. That's 440,000 naira minus 400,000 naira. That will give us 40,000 naira, and the formula for calculating rates is R equal to 100 I over PT. I is the interest, P is the principal, which is 400,000, and T is the time, 4 years. So our rate of interest now will be 100 times 40,000 divided by principal, that's 400,000, multiplied by the time, multiplied by 4. 40,000 here, 1. 40,000 goes here, gives 10. This 0 cancels this 0 here. 2 goes into 4 gives 2. 2 goes into 10 gives 5. So we are left with 5 over 2. 5 over 2 is 2.5 or 2.5 in fraction. So the rate of the simple interest is 2.5%. That is the end of solution to problem 6, and that is the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.